Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Satte custom kere konso bappa konso felino. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just making sure I got my little tweet out here. As always, you guys know the drill. I'm Jason. That's Ben. This is a Slayer t-shirt. And this is Wanna Bet. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We've been pretty much hammering NFL primetime windows, Beltway Ben. Wouldn't you say? That's a fair assessment. Hammer. Don't have any props with me, but hammering. And we have every intent to do that tonight. We've given you guys a lot of plays to get ahead of this game already. If you're on the Super Discord, there's people complaining on the Super Discord that they have too many options. They have too many options to pick from now, Beltway Ben. It's hard to placate the public. But we do. We try to every day. Yeah, 7 days a week. We do this 7 days a week. If you see a little rundown on the side, first, second, third down, our three favorite bets we've made since yesterday's show. Fourth and long is really fourth and short, a way to get you paid quickly in these games. First 3 innings, first 5 innings, first quarter. A lot of different approaches we take there. Overtime, we give you a football parlay every day because it's football season. And as always, we tell you with full transparency how we've done since we launched this show May 21st with our friend Katie Mox and how we did last night. My poor Detroit Tigers, not all my futures, Beltway Ben, that looked infallible in June, July, and August. Tigers to win the division, Tigers to win the most games in the American League. I'm in trouble. But you know what? In real time, we're cutting into some of those losses by riding the Guardians. They do it again last night. Pulled away late. Won it for us in the first 5. Not the best Tanner Bybee we've seen lately, but is good enough against a really scuffling Tigers lineup. And, dude, who was it last night? Angel Genoa, whatever. Home run of the season. How about that?
Yeah.
Off my guy, who I love to fade, General Soreness, Jack Flaherty. We continue, as I told you guys, you get bets ahead of time before these games go off at value you can't get when those games go off. You get all our bets in the Super Discord. Beltway Ben, the Stros, they really got to win now. I mean, what was that last night? My God.
Yeah, absolutely pathetic. And I was watching the game, 4 Ks through 3 innings for Hunter Brown. I'm like, okay, we're gonna offset them. We'll be down 10 cents, whatever. He proceeds to get shelled.
Yeah.
In the 5th inning, and then he's only at 85 pitches. You got to make him wear that. Instead of going to your bullpen, let him wear it. You have 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, whatever. He should be going back out there. He doesn't. They bring in Okert, whatever. So we lose on the hook with him, and then the Astros, they were awful. I told myself to stay away from the MLB right now. Wait till the playoffs start, and I took a game which they've been a must-win for a while, but 6-0 and gets shut down by Severino, who's got an ERA of 5 at home. So whatever. Yeah. I mean, pathetic. There's no other way to say it.
There's some weird shit happening in MLB. There's your QR code for the Super Discord. Our guy Eric Casillas, who's on fire. He's got a lot of different options for you guys to get access to all our picks in real time. Beltway Ben, I don't want to derail this show too much because it is an NFL Thursday. But I was thinking, you could put us up here because I want to talk to you man to man, eye to eye, from my basement where I am. Next to my hot water heater. Where are you? Are you at the studio?
I'm at the studio, yeah.
You at the radio station that we work at. I want to offer you a bet. Because this has been bleeding into our radio show now. I will bet you if the Milwaukee Brewers will go further in the MLB postseason than your Chicago Cubs. And if I win, you have to get me a custom Milwaukee Brewers. I want a nice one. I don't want one from somewhere that's going to turn my skin green. I want a nice custom Brewers jersey with Quinny, with the number here. I don't want the cheap kind. I want the Brewers thing. I want the number, and I want custom Quinny P with the number on the back. Are you? And then you tell me what you want from your side of it. Are you willing?
No.
Are you willing to take me up on that bet?
No.
No?
My Cubs bet was before the trade deadline.
Okay, then you come up with the terms. You come up with fair terms.
I don't know that the Cubs make it further. I'm just telling you the Brewers aren't winning a World Series.
So what if the Brewers? What if the Brewers make the NLCS? Is that worth anything to you? Or what if the Brewers?
They need to win 3 games.
Huh?
They only have to win 3 games.
So the World Series, Brewers to make the World Series. You get the field. I get the Brewers. All you need is somebody in the first 2 rounds to knock them out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And then you come up with what I have to get you.
Well, I have a better chance of winning, so I don't know that
a lot's in your favor.
Yeah,
but you think about that. That's a tease. We will get you the terms of the Quinny P playoff bet tomorrow because I know America's waiting on this with bated breath. No, they really just want our picks because our picks are fire, especially on NFL primetime standalone windows or even the double dip Monday. We did really well with that too. So I shouldn't say standalone. So you think about that, Beltway Ben. And if you don't mind, first down. What's your first bet of the day?
Yeah. And real quick on that, I was brainwashed by the Cubs' hot start.
It was a bad choice of words, man. I apologize.
I'm going with the
man. I really struck a nerve with the brainwash. Well, because there are a lot of people getting brainwashed today, and I can understand why you don't want to be lumped in with them.
Right.
Because you are not among the brainwashed.
No, I'm not. Never brainwashed.
Brain power.
Yes. Absolutely.
Fuck fascist. There, I said it. I don't know. We're explicit. Too bad. Fuck fascism. Fucking 7 days a week. Fuck fascism.
No. Yep. All right. Well, this one will be explicit on our radio station, but whatever. Seattle Seahawks money line minus 126. All week, I went back and forth. Was trying to figure out, did I want to play them? Do I think it's a weird spot? Do I think it's going to be a very, public hammer here? And I decided to go with Seattle. So I'm going with them on the money line, minus 128 or minus 126. Sorry. I think this defense is going to have Kyler Murray, having some issues, and I think they're going to take the run game away, which is why we're going to get to a different Kyler Murray prop a little bit later in the show. I think they're going to have to throw the football a lot here. I don't think that run game is going to be able to do anything, especially with James Conner, who it's not like he's a speed back, but he can take a lot of carries and do a lot of different things well. So I do like the Seattle Seahawks. I think they have the better defense. I think Arizona is pretty fraudulent. They showed really their true colors in that 49ers game late. They had a million chances to win it and just couldn't do so. So I think they lose another game here and go 2-2.
Thank you. Welcome to Seahawk Nation. If you go back to Tuesday's show, I'm not going to give the bet out here, but I gave you a Seattle money line with we took the number up and went under, and you can still get that at really good plus money. It's in Tuesday's show. If you missed it, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it right on Spotify now. You can go Tuesday show. I don't think we babbled too much. I feel like Tuesday's show was like 21 minutes, Beltway Ben. I felt like we were right on it. Right? Tuesday was a good one. So there you go. Yeah. I've got a correlated bet with Beltway Ben on Tuesday's show that I still really like. First down. I like McBride. I don't like him going crazy the way some people have him, over 70, over 80. But I like him to get featured here. He is the quarterback's best friend. I think the quarterback's going to be under a little heat. And that 51.5 is a number I'm comfortable with. Why? Well, I've told you guys, this is an under series when these teams get together. When Kyler faces Seattle the last 4 times, total game scores, 22, 28, 49, and 40. Short week, not a lot of prep time early in the season. So that's where I am on the total. Look, McBride's got 50 or more receiving yards in 13 of his last 16 games and 6 of his last 7 at home. Last year against Seattle, 12 for 133, 7 for 70. Mike McDonald's defense can struggle against tight ends. I could see him blitzing a little bit. I could see him going for a kill shot here or there. We know that McBride is someone who's featured in the hots for Kyler Murray. He's willing to throw jump balls to him. And with Harrison still being a 50-50 proposition, or maybe as the kids would say, 60-70. 6'7", 6'7". I don't know. I don't know what that is. I made the mistake this morning. We were listening to somebody talking about hockey, Beltway Ben, and they were talking about the Maple Leafs. And I'm like, hey, Sharky, do you know that Toronto Maple Leafs have not won the Stanley Cup since 1967? What do you think the first thing out of his mouth was?
Oh, he's on board
6-7. 6-7. I led myself right into that one. I do not think there will be 67 points in that football game tonight. And I'm not sure that McBride gets 67 receiving yards, but I think he's got 50 in him.
Probably a good bet. It's probably a good bet. I wouldn't think there would be. I can't stand it. It bothers me so much. You can't escape it. I mean, I say one thing. It's like, oh, 6, you hear 6-7 left and right.
That 6-7 thing? It's everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
dude, it's the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst. But here, plus 550 bet here. And again,
whoa!
Usually when you give out a plus 550, don't hammer it. This isn't a 2-unit play. This is a regular 1-unit play. But I'm taking the odds here, plus 550, AJ Barner to score a touchdown. I've been pretty high on him all week. I've got him in a number of different parlays. I got him in a number of different things. And he's got a catch in every game. He's got 2 in multiple games. In the one game, he only had 1 catch. He didn't have any yards. It was a quick, easy pass to him that they tackled him at the line of scrimmage. He also has 4 carries this season. He's getting carries. They have him lining up so many different ways. You're telling me if they get down near the goal line, he's not going to be featured in some type of way. He took a snap once. He's lined up. It's just pretty weird to see what they're doing with him, but they're using him however they can. He's a pretty tough tight end. And I do think he also could catch one. He could catch one. He could run one in. There's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things that he could do here. So I do like AJ Barner. Anytime touchdown for plus 550, I like the odds. Jeff Freeland says Ben got a shingle shot plus 550.
Hey, the great thing about Beltway Ben is he's like 26 years. Here's the great thing about Beltway Ben. He has to live more years than he's lived to this point in the future to even have to worry about a shingle shot. And by then, assuming we don't destroy science and the fascists don't completely win, they might come up with something that's better than a shingle shot to eliminate shingles. They might eliminate shingles and eliminate COVID so that all he's got to do is get the flu shot. He couldn't possibly, even if he tried, get the triple jab, which is no bueno.
Yeah, it had you out for a few days.
I'm still messed up. I think I might have had COVID and gotten a COVID shot while I had COVID. Because, on the Peloton, I my numbers are still, like a week later. I'm not
a Jordan flu game. Not a Jordan flu game.
I'm wind. I think it messed up my lungs a little bit, like my wind capacity.
Right.
So if Dennis Norton, though, if you put out that ska ride that I tweeted you, because I'm sure you're watching, I think that'd get my numbers up. That's a ballsy call, Beltway Ben. You know what I'm gonna do? I miss my little man. I'm gonna sprinkle on that. Okay, I'm gonna put like $20 on that for Choppy.
Absolutely. It's been a long time since we've seen Choppy on the show here. Not a lot of sprinkling. I said it's been probably a week of episodes since we've seen Choppy on here. Not a lot of sprinkling on here.
You want more Chopper? You got more Chopper. Second down. Dude. I like this Bet 365 first 4.5 thing. I have hit it in real life. I played it again. I have not hit one of these on the show yet, but I think today's a great day. It's a bullpen game, or I don't know what it is for the Tigers, but their bullpen's washed. Starting pitchers, they seem to have 2 who are any good, and neither one's going today. The Guardians are in their head. This Parker Messick kid's been really good. The Guardians know how to develop pitching. And this is one-way traffic now. The season series is 10-4 Guardians. The Guardians have won 11-12. The Tigers have dropped 11-12. The Tigers, I don't even think they're going to get in the playoffs at this point. It is ugly. Yeah. No one's stepping up in the clutch. Now they're getting, look, the Guardians are the better fielding team. They're the more athletic team. They produce runs in a lot of different ways. Oh, yeah, and Beltway Ben, the Guardians are now 36-14 in the division. You just want to play the straight first 5 money line. They're not giving it to you. You want to play first 5 run line, you could do that. But I think they can get a couple of runs in the first 4 innings here. And I just don't like anything I see out of the Tigers right now. Third down, Beltway Ben.
Yeah, I said we were going to get to this, and here, Kyler Murray over 31.5 passing attempts at -120.
Volume.
I think that we're going to see that run game taken away pretty early and often. We know how Mike McDonald defenses are. We know how that tree of defenses are, what they are. They take away the run, allow some easy stuff in front of him, and really don't compete over the top. Kyler went over it once this season and twice, and that was the loss. And if I expect them to lose, I think he's going to be throwing the football. And both games against Seattle last year, I think that's what Mike McDonald's idea is: make him throw the football, take the run game away, and kind of go like that. And if they're down, 7, 10, 2 scores in the fourth quarter, all we're going to get, I can't escape it. All we're going to get is passing attempt. So I do think Kyler throws the football a lot here. Relatively smart. I know he can run, which sometimes hurts you with passing attempts instead of throwing the football away. But he is a little bit older quarterback now than he was in previous years. So I think he'll throw the football away maybe a few times if that defensive line can get to him. I like him over 31.5 passing attempts.
Interesting. I'm with you. I can feel that one. Bad day for my hearing aid today, Beltway Ben. Third down. We got a little EPL parlay. Look, Liverpool's playing Crystal Palace. I'm not going to belabor the point. Liverpool's in really good form. Are they as ironclad in the back as I might love? No. That's why we're playing that. I mean, we're playing it safe. I think just that leg of this now, when I first gave this out on the Super Discord, it was like -285. I think now it's around -400 just to play Liverpool to get a result out of this thing, a win or a draw. Am I tempted to just play them to win the match? I am, but I'm going to go a little conservative there. But obviously, Liverpool's the better side. Liverpool has a very good chance to win the EPL. Crystal Palace is it's a mismatch. I've just told you. That leg by itself right now, -400. Tottenham's playing Wolves. I think Wolverhampton's the worst team in the EPL. The advanced metrics, a lot of them would tell you Wolverhampton's the worst team in the EPL. I went back and watched Tottenham in Champions League because I didn't pay a lot of attention to that match. You know why, Beltway Ben? I was watching the matches that we were crushing. I got to be honest. I was watching the matches that we were destroying. So went back, looked at that match a little bit, looked at some of the numbers. I know what Tottenham's done in the EPL. And I think they score at least twice, and I think they win this match. Like, Wolverhampton's allowed 12 goals in 5 Premiership games. Tottenham have won 3 of their 5 Premiership games. They hung 3 goals on Man City. They hung 3 goals at Old Trafford. They're routinely scoring 2 or more, right? They've scored 2 or more in 4 of their 5 Premiership games, despite being on the road quite a bit. This one's at White Hart Lane. I don't think Wolverhampton travels that well because they don't. And I like Tottenham's form in Champions League. They didn't have to go crazy exerting the back end of their roster midweek in the cup. So, yeah, I like this bet. Those are Saturday matches. We want to get on them now. 4th and long is really 4th and short, Beltway Ben. We get people paid quickly. How are you intending to do that?
Yeah, it's a late night game. People might want to sleep after the first half. You have work early in the morning. I'm going to go with Marvin Harrison Jr. over 20.5 first half receiving yards, which I've talked a lot about Marvin Harrison Jr. all week. We need a big game from him. And A.J. Barner's another guy, plus 550 to score a touchdown we had earlier. But 5+ first half receiving yards at plus 212. A catch for Barner. I know most of his catches have been long ones, except for the one he was tackled line of scrimmage. But I do think he catches one pass in the first half. And at these odds, so this play, the regular odds for Marvin Harrison Jr. over 20.5 first half receiving yards are -110. You can mark that down as an official play for me. I did it with DK Metcalf last week where I took his first half yards, but also did a parlay. If we cash the regular one that I like the most and lose the parlay, we go even. It's fine. It's plus 212 plays. That's what I'll do here. Marvin Harrison Jr. over 20.5 first half receiving yards. I think they go to him a lot here. I think they're trying to get him right. He's still a great player, just a really, really bad set of drops that he's had early in the year. He knows how to catch the football. His dad was an NFL player. People were talking about him, as a freshman and sophomore in college, saying he's ready for the NFL. So a lot of stuff's been put on his shoulders. I do think he figures it out today. He's been thinking about it all week. This should be a strong spot for him. And then Barner, again, taking the risk. We need one catch in the first half for him to get us 5+ receiving yards, plus 212.
His dad was a senior at Syracuse when I was a freshman.
Really? Did you cover the football team your freshman year?
Not my freshman year. They don't let freshmen anywhere near cover. I was covering whatever you know what I mean, like women's soccer. I was covering the American Hockey League team, the minor league hockey team in town for the Daily Orange. They let me write a little column on them. They might not let me do that till my sophomore year. I don't know, but no, they're not letting freshmen anywhere near men's hoops or football. Went to all the games. His dad got in a little trouble after his playing days.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I would not mess with Marvin Harrison Sr.
No.
I wouldn't mess with anybody, but I really wouldn't mess with his dad. 4th and short. So I just want to make sure everybody understands this bet. You can go to markets and they will say both teams to score in the first quarter, yes or no. I'm going no. So that means
for tonight's game. Sorry, just so they know.
For tonight's Thursday night football game. So yeah, I can't have both the Seahawks and the Cardinals score to win this bet. Arizona in the first quarter, it's only through 3 weeks, but I mean they've scored 13 and they've allowed 3. I'm not a big Clint Kubiak guy. I don't think he's got genius scripts or anything like that. McDonald's a defensive-minded head coach. Short week on the road. I could see them being a little conservative, trying to see if they can establish the run. I don't think it's going to go that well for them. Arizona's pretty tough on the ground. And I think for Arizona, it's almost sort of a playoff game. Kyler tends to be a little tight in these situations, and McDonald doesn't give up explosives. So they're going to make them earn it. I think we get the clock moving. Right, the Cardinals need to see what the run game looks like without Connor. So that's how I'm playing it. I thought about playing it under 7.5 in some different ways, but it's a little conservative. But I'm a 51-year-old dude getting shingle shots. So what else would you expect? Overtime, Beltway Ben.
Yeah, here we will go with parlay. We talked about it again. These are two familiar faces. But we've talked about it on the show a number of times where it's like, when we like something, we go at it multiple different ways and we play a few ways. Sometimes it burns us. Sometimes it ends up very, very well. Marvin Harrison Jr., 25-plus receiving yards. Talked about him a million times. Chad Ryland, a field goal made. Again, Mike McDonald, they will give up some yards here and there. Like at some point in this game, the Cardinals – right. At some point in this game, the Cardinals will get down there. And again, their offense is not that efficient. They haven't done a great job scoring touchdowns. So Chad Ryland sent him out, and he's had some struggles and misses. He's also a Terp. He's had some struggles with misses, but I think he knocks one through here to give us a field goal. And then A.J. Barner, 2+ receptions. That's the risky one here. That's the one that we'll probably sweat because it's like minus 196. But this gets us to plus 110. I think he catches 2 balls. I think the Cardinals really struggle against tight ends, and it shows here. And sometimes you have to worry about, another tight end, which here it is the rookie from Miami. I don't know that they feature him as much. We've seen Barner on the field more than anybody in that offense except the quarterback in the offensive line. So I do think that we get him to catch 2 passes plus 110.
I feel like since we made the shot bigger, my lighting's better. Like I feel like my lighting isn't terrible anymore. Like if we ever get help from our corporate overlords, which I think is coming, I don't think they're going to have major. Am I crazy to think they might not have major issues with my lighting?
Not sure.
Huh? You got nothing to say on that one?
I don't know. No,
it's probably best for the best. I think it. You don't think? I think it's better.
Yeah, I think it's better.
I feel like I've made some tweaks on my own,
by
myself, with this little do-it-yourself show. Overtime, Beltway Ben. Little parlay. Not getting too cray-cray. There's one shop you can find this stuff before all the others. They know who they are. And if you watch the show regularly, you know who they are. But no more freebies. So look, Harbaugh has cashed for you 12 of his last 14 games. He's covered 12 of his last 14. The Chargers are a covering machine. They've also allowed 6 first-half touchdowns since Jesse Minter took their defense over before the start of last season. We're going on a season and a quarter. And they're getting Jackson Dart in his first NFL game. So I feel comfortable with that 2.5 because, as we know, the corporate line, corporate lines, are way over 2.5. But we're playing it safe. New York, by the way, Brian Dable, he's covered 3 of his last 15. And now he's got to cover an alt line to beat me. And then Herbert, 2 passing touchdowns. Justin Herbert is routinely throwing the ball 32 plus times a game. Like, don't get caught up in what Harbaugh did last September. The offense has totally evolved. He's got 4 guys who can win for him in the pass game, including a running back or 2, and they're leaning into that. And I think there'll be high percentage passes against this defense. And look, the rookie back has been stuffed inside the 10 several times. You've got a mobile Herbert who can boot out, avoid the rush. Boom. Keenan Allen's good for 1 a game, right? That's 1. Like, that's almost automatic. Allen's going to get 1. You're telling me McConkey, everybody else can't get 1 as well. Now, look, do I have a ladder going here? I do. Have I also played this at, 3.5, 5.5? Do I have some with Herbert throwing? As Ben said, when we're on a game, we're kind of sometimes on it a lot. Do I have some with Herbert throwing for 225? You could explore all those markets. I would urge you to. I would urge you to take some of the tactics we're using and make them your own. But, for plus money, there we go. Show bet. Beltway Ben, please let the people know how we did last night, how we've done since we created this show. There you go, guys. Pretty good. 40 units in 4 months or whatever it is. What, June, July, August, September? Yeah, 4 months. Almost to the day, right? May 21st. We're a little past September 21st. Onward and upward. Fired up for the NBA. Fired up for the MLB playoffs.
I was going to ask, how far are we away from putting in a bunch of NBA futures? We have NFL now, so it's different than the summer. But remember all those NFL bets we were putting in every week because we didn't have a ton of inventory.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to go crazy with NBA futures. I'm not sure that I am, to be honest with you. Not before the season starts. I usually I almost treat the NBA like college now. You know what I mean? Like with the portal, like this stuff. I don't know. Last year, I feel like doesn't always buy you a lot this year. I feel like there's a lot of variance. And
there's a lot of injuries this year.
What's that?
I said there's a lot of injuries this year. Yeah.
My hearing aid's not working right. So there you have it. You want to bet, we want to bet, we want to bet with you. Back at noon tomorrow, Beltway Ben?
Yep.
Can't wait to do it. Enjoy the games tonight. Hug your dogs. Fuck fascists.